Hello! This is going to be a quick video on how to do customizations on your libguides. This is specifically if you want to add like custom stuff like certain colors or anything that might be outside of like your typical like box editor. And by this I mean like if you go to edit, like you're kind of limited a little bit in terms of what you can do, right, in terms of customizations. Maybe you don't have like the exact option, right, like removing bullet points, for instance, right? Even though you want it to be in a list. Kind of similar to what I believe I have here, where this is in reality, this is a list, but I was able to remove the bullet points. Um, so this video is just going to show you how to go about like adding those types of customizations. So to get started, on your libguide page, what you're going to want to do at the bottom is you're just going to want to make a box, right? In this case, what I did is I just inserted a regular box. Go ahead and do that. I'll go ahead and just add what I did is I did a rich/HTML box. Position I do bottom. You're going to want to leave this blank. Cool, so you'll go ahead and add that in. I'm not sure. Here we go. I did this as my own box towards the bottom, but like in theory, like this would just be a blank thing. I don't want to like override it. You would go into your box and you would check off display box without borders, right? The reason for this is because this box, right, the CSS box, might have a different name, is really, it's going to exist, but it's not going to actually display anything. This is just going to host our code. So let me just get rid of this. This is fine. Okay, so we have like our little CSS box, right? So like if I go to this and we look at it, like the box is here, right? But it's being displayed. What we want to do is we want to set it so boxes without borders. The reason why it's displaying right now is probably because we have a p tag. Yep. Sorry about that. Right, so in theory, this should be good now. If I go ahead and refresh, the box should disappear, which it didn't. Now I have to look into why. I don't know why it's acting up. This is a weird thing. Like if you have any kind of element, it will stay. So now if I go to preview this, yeah, the box disappeared. For some reason it keeps adding the p element. Anyway, back to the video. If you want to then go ahead and make any additions, right, the way you're going to want to go about this is by clicking the little pencil, and you're going to want to actually edit the HTML, right? The way to go about this is you're going to want to insert style tags, right? So just to show you what this looks like, let me just go down here. So you're going to do style, and then a closing style tag. Right, so you'll have this blank style tag, and what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to add references to what you want to change, right? We'll go ahead and I'll show you how to actually like select what you want to change. Let me close out of this. I don't want to save any changes. It's best to do this on the live page rather than like the editing page, just so you don't get anything mixed up. Oh, wrong page. Yeah, here we go. Okay. So let's say we want to change the color of like the text being displayed, right? So the best way to go about this is in Chrome, you can press F12, or I just like to right click and inspect. So this can look a little bit daunting, don't be scared. I'll show you exactly what to do. So you're going to want to go to this little button right here, the little selector, which lets you like highlight the various like elements on your page, right? So what you want to take a look at is you want to like select what you want to change, right? So like in this case, let's go ahead and change the span, right? The specific like text. So the one thing to know is you'll notice if you actually look at the code, like we see span repeated a lot, right? So in this case, what we're going to want to do is if we want to change it for all of the span elements, which I believe is all of these. Oh no, it's not. So it'll be this span, like anything that's a span pretty much. We're going to want to change the color. The best way to go about this is to go ahead and actually change this within Chrome DevTools, and not on the libguide editor itself, because you're going to have to save and refresh the page, right? That just might be a little bit too much. But what you can do is once you have this selected, you can actually go here to the right side, and we can edit the styles directly. when this is saying element.style, this is actually referring to the element, which in our case is span, right? So we're going to go ahead, I'll just click in here to add a new CSS rule. So I'm going to do color, and then let's just do blue. Cool. And then you're going to see that this is going to change it for this one particular span, right? Thing is, like, with this, right now this is only affecting this particular element, right? And as you can see, it actually made the change where it added the color blue, right? But what we're going to do is, now that we've tested it, we know when to do the color, we tested it in line, what we can actually do is we can go ahead and insert this back into our libguide in the backend, right? So what we can do is we can actually right click and copy selector. This is going to copy the exact rule, right? So it's going to copy the span style. So if we go back to our CSS and we go to paste, so it's going to be element.style. We actually don't want to do this because in this case we want to reference all of the span elements, right? In CSS, the way you select an HTML element, and by HTML element I literally mean just like less than, span, greater than, I can just literally do span, left curly brace, right curly brace. You want to do something like this, and then we're going to apply the same rule that we applied here, right? Like we're literally going to do color colon blue or whatever the color is. You're also able to pass in RGB or hexfest. So I'm just going to do color blue, and after each statement you want to do a semicolon. You'll do save and close. Cool, and you're going to see that this affected all of our span elements, right? This is already changed. The reason why it maybe didn't change everything else, right, is because, like I said, these other elements, let's see what didn't change. Like this is a link, I believe. Yeah, it's an A tag. So it's not going to affect that. It's not, I don't know why. Oh no, this is a list element, right? Like, again, you just have to look at what's being selected, right? Like, I don't know why this span wasn't selected either. Yeah, there we go. I just didn't refresh the page. Yeah, so like these are also A tags, right? So like it depends. Let's say you don't want to just change like every single element, right? Meaning like all the spans. You want to maybe change you want to change only certain spans, right? Like you don't want to do every single span, just maybe like this first, second, and third one, right? So the way you can go about that is if you add a class, right? A class is kind of like a selector, right? Where maybe this will make a little bit more sense once I go in and actually edit this code. So we're going to go to our box that we want to affect. We're going to select HTML. In this case, we're going to go down to like where the actual text is that we want to change, right? So let's see, cybersecurity incident. I just have to get to that same, incidents. So we have our span, right? You're going to notice that what we can do is inside of the span, we have a style element, right? We're going to go ahead and add a class. So in this case, you can do class equals span blue. Again, this name doesn't matter what it is, right? This is for you, so you know what to reference. We're going to do span blue here. And then I'll also go ahead and add it to the bottom here. So you're going to see that we're only going to affect this blue text and this blue text. I'll go ahead and hit save and close. And then I'll go back into our CSS that we're editing. And I'm going to change this from being all of the spans on that page and do a period. The period is how you select a class. And then what we want to do is you want to just do dot span dash blue. So what is this doing? We're going to select all elements on the HTML page that have the class of span dash blue, and we're going to change the color to blue. Go ahead, save and close, and look at that. It's only these two that are affected now. Again, if I go back in and like, let's say we do this for Hacker News as well, just for the sake of example. If I go back in that and do a class equals, doesn't matter if we do single quotes or double quotes, sorry, let's paste it a little funny. Class equals single quotes span dash blue. Yeah. We do that, save and close, look at that, our change took effect. And you can do this for all kinds of things, right? You can do it for colors, moving things around, etc., etc. You can just Google like, oh, how do I do this in CSS, right? And like, again, the hardest part is just selecting the right class. If you want to maybe move stuff around, maybe like let's say we want to make this like shift this to the right a little bit, we can also do that within Chrome DevTools. There's a thing right here on the right where it tells you like how you can edit how long you want this to be, right? So like let's say we want to change the padding to be like, I don't know, like 200 pixels, right? Like it's gonna shift this to the right, right? And you just have to kind of play around with this. I don't have a clear definition of what the difference between border and padding is. Like in my mind, I know what it is, but like I can't really explain it. My best advice is just play around to figure out what this is. So as you can see, when we change the padding, this also changed our element style, right? So it's added this rule. So you already know what the rule is going to be. It's going to be, it's going to be padding 200 pixels left. So let me show you how that would look. So if we do this, right, let's go ahead and copy our rule and then go back to our HTML. Okay, so let's say for anyone that has a span of blue, what we're going to do is we're going to add a rule padding dash left because we only want to affect the padding on the left because we only change it here on the left. Again, keep in mind this rule isn't active. We just made a change locally. If we were to refresh this page, it's going to revert back. But if I define it here being 200 pixels, save and close, there you go. All our spans are shifted to the right by 200 pixels because we added a padding left of 200 pixels. It's just a really quick video. I hope this helps. This should get you started on how to like make any additions, right? Like pretty much if you want to change anything on the page, like just Google like, oh, CSS, how to remove bullet points, CSS, how to change blank. Like the hardest part is selecting the element. Once you do that, you should be all set.